it's important to sort of understand where telco comes from, and sort of the role that telco plays in any sort of society, especially so in Africa and South Africa. I think it's a great bridge for society, especially given the digital divide that we experience here. So we always talk about sort of leapfrogging in terms of technologies and sort of what that means for the populace that is sort of Southern Africa. So, to sort of jump into your question, it's been about market penetration for telcos. So developing user reach, and of course the numbers that you see coming out of South Africa is quite significant. You see that there's if I think of just Vodacom within our context, we've got 39 million odd sort of subscriber base out of a population of 55 million. So it's quite a significant penetration. I think that's the first layer of digital advertising for us. And if you take that and transplant it into other operating opcos, you kind of start to see a similar scenario. So we've got this great distribution. I think that's the advantage of a telco. What is the next is, what do you do to actually layer services upon that, so that you can actually then enhance that capabilities, that is either media or advertising. The telco strategy actually revolves around the creation of platforms. And these platforms are taking different formats, and we're actually localizing for the markets that we operate in, given that we operate very different sometimes to the rest of the world. Coming back to that leapfrogging aspect, I mean, just to speak about East Africa, for example, it's one of the biggest fintech markets that is and has been for the longest time. And not as a new technology, as in a technology that has been adopted for everyday use. It's so ingrained into the lives of every individual. And what you start seeing across the board is how it actually bridges this divide, but also develops inclusion. And, to bring advertising into this, what you start seeing is mass adoption of new technology. And the media platforms that we're starting to build out creates that accessibility to information. Advertising fits nicely on top of that because effectively it's a subsidization mechanism. And then therein lies, us as advertising and the role of telco in advertising. It's how you sort of merge all of those things. And it's quite ambitious because you've got distribution on the one hand, you've got utilities such as, fintech on the other, you've got your digital media ambitions on the one side. And once you sort of merge all of those things, you're sitting with distribution and really good data. And suddenly you're sitting with a sizable addressable audience that you just need to develop good ad technology or sort of partner with great partners, which is, I suppose, the remit of this conversation.
Being running a large mobile marketplace for almost a decade, we had some interesting visibility into the kind of commerce that gets conducted, let us say, on mobile. And it has grown very significantly from 2007 when we started off into this industry till 2017, almost 10 years. And we have seen that around 97, 98% of all the mobile commerce that takes place, when I say mobile app commerce, mobile commerce, all kind of commerce that takes place on your mobile device, takes place over the top of the telco, which has been very disturbing for us also because the underlying infrastructure, the connectivity, the utility services that telcos have been providing, they still have not been able to create a deeper hook into this commerce that plays over the top. And it's not because telcos can't, it's because they're very uniquely in a very regulated environment. But we still feel the fundamental challenge is to make this open garden economy at scale. We are still thinking Facebook, Amazon, Google. These companies draw a large amount of their success because of the scale they have. And if we can create a common backbone across various telcos in terms of a connected marketplace, we think scale is not a problem. And quality of data is just gold when it comes to telco environment.